Welcome to the Game Winner Pod, episode 10. I want to appreciate you guys for tuning in every single week. How you feeling, bro?
Feeling good, bro. How about you?
Been good. A lot of topics we're going to talk about today: football, basketball, mainly football though, as the playoffs is rolling. Our first question we're going to start off with is the Bills versus Ravens. My initial question to you would be, do you feel like Lamar was at fault in that game? Like, do you feel like some of that game was on Lamar? We know Mark Andrews had that drop and whatnot, um, and the fumble before that. But do you feel like Lamar deserves some of that blame?
Yeah, he deserves about, I'm not gonna say 50%, not half, but he deserves about 20, 30%, maybe 40%. If they didn't have a fumble, if he didn't fumble, or if they didn't have an interception, if he didn't have an interception, it would have been a whole I'm not saying it'd been a totally different way, but the turnovers they had that he forced himself, we can't just count out over that miss after that drop. Like that drop was crucial, but him as a
Yep.
quarterback and him playing so good throughout the year, people anticipating them winning. Yeah, I can put the blame, most of the blame on him. And he's a quarterback of the team. He's going to get blamed. But it's just crazy how people out here saying Mark Andrews' fault because he dropped the ball. Nah, I mean, yeah, that's part of it, but you still gotta understand like all the other turnovers they had beforehand also was also pivotal times in the game, like
Right.
holding on to the ball or throwing away, just throwing a pick. Like that's not something that we've seen throughout the year. We've seen him through picks, but just in a game like this was not to be. He wasn't supposed to do that.
Right. Right. I agree with you. I say he should get like 40%, like 40. Um, Lamar Jackson this whole season hadn't had a multi-turnover game at any point in this year. And he just had it this year in the biggest game of his season. So I know like people are gonna be like the INT led to no points because they forced upon or the fumble. The fumble actually led to 7 points. So if you don't just set the ball on the ground, you know what I'm saying? Like that's
Exactly.
7 points that they don't get, and you win that game because they held the Bills to 6 points in the second half. Know what I'm saying? So like even with the Andrews fumble, Andrews not getting the game tying 2 point conversion. My thing is this: there was still like a minute left, a minute and
Mhm.
20 left. So even
Yeah.
if you get it, who would to say the Bills not gonna go right down the field and kick a field goal to end the game? You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. That's true. But it's also like, yeah, that's true. I'm not gonna put no blame on Mark Andrews. I mean,
well,
stuff happens.
I will put blame on him. Just I'm not gonna crush him like everyone else is doing. He getting crushed right now.
Okay, crushed. Yes, yes. You could put a little bit of blame, but yeah, you're right. I'll give him about 10%, 50, no, 20% too, just for the fact of the matter, that was a crucial point. Like him getting that, you never, like you said, minute and 20 left. Yeah, they could have came down, scored, or they could have won in overtime. You never know the outcome of the game. But that right there solidified, like that sealed the game. Like the Bills
Yeah.
won off, basically.
Yeah. Josh Allen threw for like what, 120? Like you're not going like you forced 3 turnovers, you're not gonna win. Like I saw a stat, it was a stat they said on ESPN, they said every team that is in the next round didn't commit a single turnover in the game. And that's why they won. Like the Buccaneers turnover, Ravens turnover. Um, I believe the Broncos had a turnover. Like every team that's lost has had a turnover at some point. So
This is playoff
not
football. The team with the less turnovers, the team that played the smartest, the team that plays basically the smartest is going to win the game. I mean, it's simple as that. Especially in football, like you can't have turnovers like that. Like one bad mistake can go ahead and switch the momentum of everything. Like once you get a turnover, it'd be if they even score off it, if they don't score off it, like you know what I'm saying, it's like the momentum is switched. Especially playing, who was they playing? It was playing because it was playing also in Buffalo too. So I mean,
yep.
you can't really, and they had a home field advantage. You can't really do that. I also feel bad for Lamar. I got to get this out here. I also feel bad for Lamar because he might win his third MVP, not having no championships. I thought this year was going to be the year for him to at least play the Chiefs in the AFC Championship game. Didn't even make it that far. So now we got to wait a whole nother year to see what he does again. And I mean, I feel bad for him. I ain't gonna lie. I feel bad for him.
Well, we saw it last year.
Yeah, we saw we did we saw
How did it look? How'd it look?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No. No, I mean we felt bad for him last year too, though.
I didn't. He
I
turned
mean,
the
we
ball over.
also okay. No, because we also expected that to happen because he usually goes in the playoffs and does that. But when you have a year like this, 41-4, second all time in QBR, like you gotta understand,
Yeah.
like we're expecting a lot. We're not saying we didn't expect him to go in there and just lose like we usually do because we felt like since the year he had, we felt like he was going to overcome some obstacles, and he ended up playing against Josh Allen and ended up losing, which is kind of crazy. But
Yeah.
hey, it is what it is.
After they won 35-10 the first time.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
I told you, I said that's not the same team. That's
No, it's
not the
not.
same
Yeah,
team.
it's
They
not the
got
same thing.
guys back and they acquired some people. That's what
That's
you
true.
get. Let's go to the second game though. Um, Chiefs Texans. That's the next game up on our sheet. Now I'm just gonna start off by saying the Texans had no shot to win. They had no
Oh
shot
yeah,
to win.
absolutely.
They had a 0.5% chance to win that game. And I'm not one to put anything on refs, but some of those calls are like crazy. Like if Patrick Mahomes is gonna run around with the football and try to get every single yard he can or try to get a cheap penalty, like and then he gets hit and then you throw a flag for him, like that's terrible to me. Like, that's terrible to me. Like I'm not gonna sit here and say that the refs always decide the game for the Chiefs, but it kind of feels that way. Like it's really starting to feel that way now. You got the Bengals, that DPI call. You know what I'm saying? You got other games where it seemed like the refs just always play a factor when KC's playing.
Right.
That's my take though, but even then, they had no shot to win. You're missing Stephon Diggs, you're missing Tank Dell. I think Joe Mixon was banged up also. CJ was having a down year. So what was your take on it, bro?
I mean, like you said, the refs be on their side. We see it every time. I mean, but as much as we want to say the refs, there was a key point on it, but nobody. I'm sorry, the Chiefs just had no way of losing that game. They was just
Yeah.
the Texans was just too. Yeah, no Stephon, no Tank Dell. You wasn't gonna win that game without the key weapons. And people, I mean, some of the receivers stepped up, but it wasn't CJ Stroud. I heard he had to play a perfect game. Everything had to work in the Texans' favor just for them to be able to even win that game. And I mean, we knew from the beginning the Chiefs was going to win. Even if the rest was on their side or not, the Chiefs was going to win regardless. They let Travis Kelce get 100 yards. I don't even think he had 100 yards all season.
Man, he looked like Travis, like prime
Like
Travis.
like prom traps. I was watching. I seen something before. It was like if you let Travis Kelce go off, yeah, you're like you're not gonna win. You're not gonna win the game. And that's exactly what happened. How do you let Travis Kelce come up the middle wide open? That should be the first person on the team y'all should look for. Travis Kelce. That 40 some yard play they had, it was I mean that was crucial for that was not saying crucial, but that was a good emphasis for the Chiefs to go ahead and show like, okay, if they're gonna leave Travis open, we're gonna like it was a couple of passes that Travis was open. And I'm like, bro, he's the best receiver tight end they got.
You know what's also crazy, bro? I feel like like you can put some of that on like schemes, like route schemes, all that. But I was watching a show the other day and they said that the last time the Texans played the Chiefs, the receivers were blanketed. Like no Chiefs receiver could get separation on the Texans throughout that whole game last time they played. Like
Right.
Stingley, you know what I'm saying? All these other guys. So my thing is, why I don't know how much zone they played, how much man. I assume they went back man because they had success. But Patrick Mahomes and Kelsey eats up zone defenses. Like if you're gonna play zone, you're gonna play zone defense and you're not gonna get pressure on Mahomes, he's gonna pick you apart, like down the field every single time. So like when you said like he had a what 117,
Yeah,
Pat threw
somebody.
for like Pat threw for 177. The whole yard basically went to Travis.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
know what I'm saying? So like I don't get it. Like I really don't get it. Like I feel like because Travis is like to me, he's the best tight end I've seen when it comes to being in the soft spot of his own defense and just not accounting for him. His IQ for football is extremely high. So it's like I said, I don't know how much zone they went, but they basically let one person beat them.
No, exactly. That's exactly what they did. That's exactly what they did.
But yeah, so that was that game. Let's go ahead and get to the Eagles and Rams. And I'm not gonna lie to you, the Rams could have and probably should have won that game. Jalen Hurts is not playing good. He's holding the ball too long. He's taking sacks. I don't see the same Jalen Hurts I saw 2 years ago.
I don't
I
see
don't
it
see
either.
that. Yeah. So Stafford outplayed him thoroughly. Had a chance to win, didn't. Um, no, Hurts got hurt a little bit. Uh, but Saquon was a monster. Um, they couldn't stop him at all. And they got the win. Eagles defense stepped up. They got the win. What was your take on that game?
Uh, Saquon was the best thing that the Eagles could have ever done. Like Saquon was the best pickup. I mean, like from top to bottom. And that defense is insane, but Saquon is literally like we had 200 some yards. That's what I'm
Close
saying.
to it. Yeah, close
Like,
to it.
yeah, that's what like without Saquon on that team, I ain't gonna lie, that offense would be because the way Jalen Hurts is playing football right now, I don't know what's going on. I'm not seeing he's not even throw for 150. I'm saying Saquon just saved the day, honestly. Like I'm seeing Saquon just saved the day. Like he's really winning game. That him and that defense is really winning games for them. Jalen Hurts is just I don't know what it is. I think maybe because he might still be hurt. Like you say, he's hurt. I don't know, but he's not getting the ball out like he usually does. Um, I can't really blame the line because he's having time. He's just like he's on the he's not doing what he's supposed to do. And I've had questions about Jalen Hurts many a time saying how yeah we all know he don't usually get the yards, but we still see better play from him. Like. We've seen what he can do that 2 years ago when he on the way to the Super Bowl. That Jalen Hurts, we've seen that. That's just Jalen Hurts is just getting carried by Saquon. I hate to say it, but without Saquon, I don't think that offense would even be talked about right now.
And it's like I watched that game and everything was cool, but then AJ Brown was talking about, oh, well, what needs to be fixed? He said passing.
Yeah,
And before that, I wasn't really thinking about it like that. But he had 205, by the way. But I'm like, but he's not passing. I don't know if he's not seeing it or he's not trusting what he sees. He's just not like you said, I'm not seeing that same Hurts.
I'm
You know
I'm
what I'm
not
saying?
saying
Like, bro, AJ Brown had 3 receptions in the last 2 games. He
yeah,
had two receptions for 14 yards, and the game before that, versus the Packers. Now, I mean, winning cures everything, right?
right.
But one catch for 10 yards. In 3 games, he has almost as many receptions as games played. I don't get come on,
I I
they
I
they can
personally
lose next week. They can
yeah.
lose next week.
If they play
And a
like that, they
rookie
will. You
quarterback,
can't
yeah, and a rookie quarterback can make the Super Bowl because of that.
exactly. I I don't know what it is. Yeah, winning cures everything, but it's hard when you're coming from a wide receiver aspect. Like, yeah, you winning all these games, you about to make it to you could possibly make it to the Super Bowl playing like this, but what does that do long term? Like, this is something that got to be talked about in the offseason. Like, if you gave Jalen Hurts all that money, I'm not saying he don't really, but he's just not playing like he deserves it right now. But if you winning, what can you? I mean, it's hard. Like, what can you really say? Like, what can the
They're
receiver say? Like,
they're winning because of that defense and
they're winning because
Saquon.
yeah,
They're
okay.
winning despite Jalen Hurts, despite him.
Despite him. And you got too many Devontae Smith. You got AJ Brown. You got too many weapons for y'all to be even playing like it starts with Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts, they got to figure out what's going on with him, why he's not playing the same, and what's mentally going on because it just seems like he's just not throwing the ball or he's not throwing it with the same type of way that we've seen him throw the past couple years. He's not throwing it the same way.
I feel like he's losing some confidence. I don't know. I don't know. But also AJ Brown, um, he didn't do himself any favor yesterday though. Like he had some drops, key drops. He's on the I think it's a post route, drops the ball, touchdown pass, back in touchdown pass by the pylon, bobbles it, drops it. So like you can't be like reading a book and saying what's wrong with the passing game, passing, and then you dropping passes.
And that's facts, and that's true. And some blame goes on him. Like. You can't say you pass. Yeah, like you said, you can't say the passing game. That's we got to work on the passing game, and then when you do pass you the ball, you don't catch the ball.
Right.
Like that doesn't even add up. Some they gotta work something out.
We're gonna see. Uh, so fourth game up on this slate. Commanders Lions. This is probably the most shocking game, but when I watch Jaden Daniels, I shouldn't even really be shocked for at this point anymore. Um, I want to say a statement real quick, and then I'm gonna throw it to you. I think if Jaden gets to the Super Bowl, if he beats the Eagles, gets to the Super Bowl, I think this is on par with the greatest rookie season ever, right up there with Magic. I think Magic had the greatest rookie season ever in all the sports. I think Jaden's will be right beside his.
I
What are
mean,
your thoughts?
I'm not gonna argue with that. I gotta ask, did they expect the Lakers to go to the finals that year?
Probably because Kareem was there, all these guys was there. But you gotta think about it. Kareem got hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like Magic had to jump center, and he is still a rookie and
But he
got
was
Finals
already,
MVP.
but wasn't they already in the finals when Kareem got hurt?
Yeah,
So but that's what I'm saying. Like I'll personally say Jay Daniels' rookie season might be better than that, just for the fact like nobody expected the Commanders to be what they even thought they was going to be at right now. Like I didn't expect them to be 12-5. I didn't expect them to really go far and deep in the playoffs like they do now. I didn't expect them to beat the Lions whatsoever. I'm not saying they didn't have a chance, but I didn't expect it to be like that.
hmm
I didn't expect none of this to happen in his first year. 25-9, five. He has the most clutch plays I've seen by a rookie quarterback. Um, like you could tell, like he has a winning mindset. Like he's like if you give him the ball with a minute left, 2 minutes left, he's gonna make something happen regardless. Like and that's the type of players. Then those are championship minded players. Like and he built that around the team.
yeah,
I would give this better than Magic Johnson's rookie year, just because he overcame obstacles that nobody thought. Like this is the Washington Commanders we're talking about. Did nobody think they was gonna make it to the NFC Championship game against the Eagles? Nobody thought.
yeah,
We thought the Lions was probably gonna not say blow them out, but it would have been, you know what I'm saying, respectable. About
yeah.
two touchdowns, maybe a touchdown and a field goal. But for what they did to them, he didn't look shook. He looked poised, like they was blitzing him, and he just sat back there and just did what he had to do. Line helped him block. He seen the right plays at the right moments. He did exactly what he needed to do to get the team to win. I mean, kudos to him.
I ain't
Um,
gonna lie, bro. I ain't gonna lie though. I thought the Lions would win, but I'm not gonna sit here and say I thought Jaden would play bad. Like he had
no,
two, yeah, he had
no.
299. He had two touchdowns. Um, I didn't expect this though. They said there was a stat on blitzes. I think he had like a 90 QBR on blitzes. Like you can't blitz him. He's gonna pick you apart every time.
Yeah.
And that I wasn't expecting from a rookie quarterback.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that either. I mean, there's been times during the season where he's been playing poised like that, but against the Lions with that type of the defense had a lot of injuries, but in a moment like that,
Yeah.
yeah, that was crazy.
But also though, like you can't say that though, because like that same defense gutted the Vikings. They ruined Sam Darnold.
No, they did.
You know
They
what I'm
did.
saying? Like, so you can't have both. Like, I get you had injuries, but the Commanders defense was like bottom 15 as a defense as a whole. So come on, bro. Like, got to be fair about that.
No, that's true. I mean, it's a good rookie campaign is what he's doing. I mean, I ain't gonna lie,
Yeah.
it's a good rookie campaign. But let's get into NBA. Clippers beat the Lakers. What was it? What was it last night? Or was it a couple of nights? Was it last night? I
Nah,
want to
it
say,
was last night. I think it was last night. I'm about to check. Uh, no, 2 nights ago. 2 nights ago.
yeah, Clippers beat the Lakers. It was bad. I ain't gonna lie,
Terrible.
it was terrible. I didn't see the Lakers didn't play like I expected them to play. Um, Clippers was making almost all the shots. What was your take on that game?
My take was turnovers. That was my take. Austin Reeves and LeBron James by themselves combined for 10 turnovers. By themselves. Uh, Kawhi Leonard, this is probably the best he's played since he's been back. Very efficient. Uh, Harden and Powell have been balling from the get-go. Zubac been balling from the get-go. 21-19 yesterday. Basically made AD look like a shell of himself. Held AD to 35%. Like LeBron had a good game stats wise, but I mean he was a -3 from the from -3 for the game. Austin Reeves though, numbers look all right, but some of them turnovers he had, man. He's trying to behind the back in transition and just stumbles and falls, loses the ball. Like the Clippers played great defense. Um, I like the lineup they got of Harden, Powell, Zubac, Jones, and Kawhi. I think Derrick Jones is an underrated defender. Doesn't really get a lot of credit for his defense. But that was my take. That was my take. I mean, I watched the game and I thought we had no real shot to beat them. Not that game.
I think
As a matter of fact, bro, we only won. They got 2 quarters. We won one. They tied with one. So when you look at the numbers, it's like, we was in it. No, we wasn't. We was not in it. That whole
well,
game, we was not in it.
at all. I seen going to the fourth quarter. I think it was down like 20. So, yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know. I'm gonna say the Lakers are playing so inconsistent. It doesn't make sense. They'll look good for a game or two stretch, and then all of a sudden they'll come and stink it up. I don't know what it is, but from the beginning of the year when we was playing good, everything looked good. Like the offense looked, everybody looked like everything was going the right way. Offense looked like people was in the right spot. Everything was moving fluent. Like everything was fluent. Now it's come to a point. It's like. It's just too much inconsistency. I'm not understanding what's going on. Some days JJ Redick look like a good coach, and some days, in some games, it's like, what are we doing?
I'm gonna tell you, bro, they don't have the manpower. That's what it is. LA just simply does not have the manpower.
I don't think so either.
Until they go back to LeBron runs the point solely, you have two wings that can play defense and shoot the ball, 80 at the four and get a true center. They're not gonna do anything. They're not gonna do anything in this league. That was the formula. That's what won. And then they went away from it. They traded it. I don't know why, but they just don't have the manpower. They're not gonna beat a OKC. They're not going to be the Clippers fully healthy. They're not going to
No.
be the Memphis. Well, they may get Memphis. Yeah, Nuggets. They're not going to beat some of these teams. They just don't have the manpower.
They keep trying to keep LeBron and AD as the two main. Okay, I understand the two main focal points, but they need some help. Like it's not if Austin Reeves have a bad game, we're not winning.
Not one.
And like you said. I don't know what the issue is. I don't know why they can't go back to the way we when we won the championship in 2020, how we had a true five and put AD at the four. As a fan, it's kind of frustrating because you think of it as like we see that and we see winning. Why would you go away from it? Why would you fix something that's not broke? Like why would you go away from something that helped you win a championship, help you get to where you needed to go for the franchise? Instead, you going away from it. And that's why I keep saying sometimes. I mean, I feel like I care more than what they doing because why would you not even try to get back to where that was? Like, I understand Bron and AD is your two main guys, but you need help. Like, you also need to get back to when the tradition was, and they don't have it. Dorian Finney-Smith was a good pickup. Shake Milton, he don't really play for real. So I just feel like they need to bring somebody in before free agency ends, or I mean not free agency, the trade deadline ends, or they need something because we ain't
They
gonna win nothing.
gotta, they gotta make a trade. You're right
They
about
got
that.
to. I'm at this point trading anybody just to get somebody that'll help the team out, honestly.
And also, bro, who is this new guy they've been playing? Oh, was
You
he a new
talking about
guy?
Coloco?
No, bro. They've been playing. They played someone else. I didn't even know he was on the team. Trey Jemison the third.
Oh, I remember he played for the Grizzlies, I think last year. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know why they got him on the team. So I
Yeah.
said, I said the same thing the other day when I seen him on there. I said, hold on, why is he even in the game?
I will say this though, Gabe Vincent, since D'Lo left, has been playing pretty well.
No, you're right. And I don't know if it's because of I don't know what that situation was, but it seems like Gabe Vincent has been playing like the way that we should have seen him play when he first came from the Heat. Was the reason why we picked him up in the first place.
Yeah. If he was playing like this with D'Lo, he might actually be something. But hey, I mean that's a different topic for a different day. But we gonna go to another topic with LA. We got Ja versus Ant-Man, Grizzlies versus Timberwolves. It's personal with them two. Every single time they play, it's personal. Um, they great competitors. Though. I feel like they respect each other. But I feel like when it comes to those teams, Ja just I feel like Ja makes the game easier for his team, whereas Ant makes the game frustrating. Like that shot at the end over two people. You can't get something better than that, bro. Like, come on, bro. That was horrible. That had no chance to go in. And I know he's
Mhm.
made shots like that, but come on, man. And I'm gonna say this right now, and I don't want your take. Trading away Cat will probably go down as the dumbest trade, one of the dumbest trades in NBA history. That to me is gonna be the reason why Ant-Man may leave. Because you had a good thing going. You had a point guard, pass first. Cause shoot, you got Ant, you got McDaniels, you got Cat, then you got Rudy. You got a true 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 lineup. You get past the Nuggets, who was dominating everybody. Know what I'm saying? You who else did they play? They played the Suns. You get past them. You swept them. Then you beat the Nuggets in 7 games, I believe. And then you make it to the Western Conference Finals, first time since like 2004 when KG was there. And yeah, you lost. Cat had some bad games and had some bad games. Yeah, we get it. But y'all haven't seen that in 20 years. And then you trade that for a player who, in my opinion, yeah, he's a good Julius. I like Julius as a player, but do I think he's better than Cat? No. And you see what Cat doing in New York right now. So I think that trade is going to be the reason why Ant-Man might leave. I do.
Yeah, I can see where you're coming from with that. With I don't know about him leaving. It's a possibility, but I do think that was probably the dumbest trade ever. Like
Yeah.
uh, I don't know how you looked at this and thought, okay, our team got better. We literally went to the Western Conference Finals last year with the same exact team, with the team, and then you gonna trade away one of our cornerstone players
Who been there?
who's been there since the beginning, was good, creating good chemistry. I'm not gonna lie, like if they still had that same team with Cat. Oh, I ain't gonna lie, they can have a chance to get back to West Conference Finals, if not the finals. That was a good team. Like that was a great team. I'm not saying, and like you said, I'm not saying Julius Randle is a bad player at all. It's just I think he's now in the same. It's not him and Cat. Cat was just a better fit for that team. 7 foot, two 7 footers, one that can go out to the perimeter, shoot, score, all that. And then you got Julius Randle. I mean, Julius Randle is good, but it's like he's not going to give you the same production Cat is giving you. I'm sorry. It's not just me personally. He's not giving you the same production.
He not as
I
good as Cat.
he's not. No, he's not. He's not. I didn't want to make it seem like that, but he's not. He's not. I mean, everybody knows it. Yeah, everybody knows it. At the time, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think it was bad because Julius Randle was good for the Knicks. I ain't gonna lie, Julius Randle was a good player, still a good player, but I didn't think it was a bad at the time. But now you see how everything's unfolding, how the game's been going, is like you could tell they got a little bit worse. And you got just jack you got Ant just jacking up every shot. Not saying he don't need to, but it's like he's not shooting. He's shooting shots to where he don't need to be shooting. He's shooting contested shots in bad moments. Like you said, that shot for the game winner, a step back three on two people. This is the NBA, bro. Yeah, you made it a couple times, but 9 times out of 10, you're not making that. Like you got to like you got to sometimes facilitate for other players. Like I understand you the best on the team, but you sometimes still got your other players involved to get camaraderie around everybody. Like you said, Ja, what he's doing this year is not bad. Like You could tell like he's getting everybody involved first. He's doing what he got to do for his teammates because Jaren Jackson, Desmond Bane is evolving. So you could tell he's getting Jaren Jackson really is becoming a good player. So you could tell he's trying to get everybody involved with that. But it just seems like he knows he's the best player. He knows he can shoot the shots. It's just he don't shoot all the good shots, basically.
Selfish.
I'm not going
Selfish.
I'm not gonna call it selfish because they do need him.
Selfish.
You could say selfish a little bit, but that's another thing. Like they don't have another player to consistently drop. You need two now in the league. You need about two players that can help you at least drop at least 20, 25 a game. Cat was doing that.
And that's why it was so egregious to trade him. Julius can do it, but he's more inconsistent than Cat.
Exactly. Like he'll average what he averaged like 19 right now, Julius around 19, 20.
I
Cat
can
was giving
look.
you exactly about 20 something, 20 to 25 points a game with the rebounds he was getting also like he was doing good for the team. That's what I'm saying. I don't know why that trade even happened. That was kind of weird to me.
Yeah,
Um
he's averaging 19.74.
see
I think Cat's fourth in the MVP race right now.
yeah, he probably is. He averaging what like 23 and 4 13 or something like that.
Yeah, this is the
24.
most yeah,
Like
this is the most rebounds I've ever seen him grab in my life, bro.
I've never seen this before, but see, they don't have somebody like Ruby Gobert, so it's like you don't really. He was getting all the rebounds. He was averaging about.
Yeah.
You can't. Cat he's playing center now. He has to get the rebounds. I don't know if it's going to be the same way when Mitchell Robinson come back, but I can see why the rebounds went up. But it's still like, regardless of that, they didn't need that from him in Minnesota. Like they needed him to play the role that he was playing. I can understand he was probably not playing inside as much. Maybe that might have went in with the trading, but he still played the way they needed him to play in certain games for him to, you know what I'm saying? Like I just thought that was weird.
25, 14, and 4.
Yeah, he's playing better than when he played in Minnesota for sure, but I can see why.
Yeah. Yeah. 25, 14, and 4 compared to 19, what, 7 and 4. Yeah, nah. If the drop off is too big. And it's showing Knicks is 28 and 16 right now, third in the East. And the Timberwolves are 22 and 21. They ninth in the West and the playing spot. And really, they one game out of being out the whole thing completely. So yeah, they better be careful because Golden State is right on them. Phoenix is right on them. So it's not out the realm of possibility to be like, yeah, you made the West Finals and you could miss the entire postseason this year. If that happens, someone got to get fired.
Yeah. You just took a whole step back. And the reason why is because you traded one of your perennial players for Julius Randle, which I don't know if they thought he was going to have the same expectations, but obviously we already knew Cat was better than him. So I didn't understand that, honestly. And there's another thing I got to say is Anthony Edwards is if he's not scoring the ball like he's supposed to, not saying like he didn't do that last game, but if he's having a bad shooting game, who are they gonna find to really help out with the scoring load? Is what
It's
I'm trying
supposed
to
to
say.
be Julius. I mean,
It's supposed to be.
Julius is helping, bro, but he's not Cat. He's helping. The only thing that I can think of why they made this trade was because Julius is tougher. You know, you got Ant, tough, Conley, tough, Gobert, tough, McDaniels, tough. Cat's tough also, but I feel like they thought Julius was just a tougher, like a, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Dogs. I feel like they thought that Julius is more of a dog than Cat, and they got a team full of dogs, so they wanted to add another one. That's me.
yeah, yeah. I can see that. Yeah, for toughness for sure. That's the only thing I can give though, because other than that, I can't really see.
Yeah, Cat gets them in everything else, literally everything else. So. But let's go ahead and go to these picks to round out the show. You guys know we do picks every time, whether it's NBA or NFL. May have time to do both, like, being real with you. Um, but we're gonna start with NFL though. NFC, AFC championship game. Um, those are on Sunday, January 26th, 3 p.m. and 6:30 p.m. First game up, bro. Commanders, Eagles in Philly. Uh, the weather report. Weather is supposed to be I think 38, they said. Yeah. Yeah. No N'Kobe Dean still on IR. Quinyon Mitchell is questionable. Who you got?
Um, if the Eagles play offensively, if they're just trying to spam Saquon, I don't see them winning that game. I'm gonna be honest. I don't see it. If Jaden Daniels is looking how he looked against the Lions, I mean against the Lions, I don't see it. I don't see it. It's just it's not enough. Jaden Daniels is too good of a player as we see now to where it seems like anything that comes to him, he's just gonna stay poised and calm through it. So I I want to say command.
Say it. Say it. I'll be right with you. Say it.
If the Eagles are a better team. I'm sorry. The Eagles is on paper better team. If the Eagles play how they played against, if they play how they've been playing, no, I got the Commanders. But if the Eagles could somehow play to the football they usually play, yeah, I got the Eagles. But I'm gonna say Commanders right now. I ain't gonna. I'm gonna
Okay.
say
Okay. And I'm with you.
yeah. I'm gonna say
I
Commanders.
don't care when we post this on TikTok. I don't care who got a problem with it. He's a rookie quarterback. He this, he that. The man is playing the best football of any quarterback right now. Pat, Josh, Jalen, Baker, Stafford, Herbert. Keep on going. The man is playing the Bo Nix. He's playing the best quarterback of any quarterback in the postseason this year so far, and he's a rookie. Like we did not expect him to drop 45, really, what, 30, 39, because 37, 38, because the defense got a pick six. But we did not expect him to drop 38 points. I thought he would play good, but we did not expect him to drop 38 points on the Lions. Like, now I know Goff helped him tremendously, but I'm going Eagles. I mean, I'm going Commanders, bro. I'm with you. I think we're gonna see this rookie get to the ball. Now, is he gonna win it? I don't know. But I got the Commanders. I think he can do it. I ain't gonna. I think he can do it.
I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, get to the Super Bowl for sure, but winning it, no. And that's gonna get to the. We're gonna get to that because for the next one with the Bills and Chiefs, I definitely got Chiefs, and we all know why. You can't count. You cannot bet against Pat Mahomes. I don't know how many times I gotta tell people, but you cannot put your money against Pat Mahomes. He does not lose. I do not see it. I just can't see him losing no time. I
F
can't. It's
him.
especially, and I hate
F
to say
him.
it, especially when you got the refs on your side. You can't. You can't. I mean, it's too many factors. Like, if we want to talk about these refs, yeah, the refs be helping them in. That's true. But it's Pat Mahomes, man. I've never. You can't do it, bro. Should have lost the one against the Eagles 2 years ago. Should have won.
He
Should have
should
lost one.
have.
Should have lost the two last ones. They found a way to win. But I do. I mean, but the question is, Bills or Chiefs? I got Chiefs.
F him.
I mean, yeah, people don't. I mean, I can see why.
I can see why.
I can see
No,
why.
bro. Forget you, bro. Look, bro. I'm going Bills. My pick was the Bills. From the get-go solely because I didn't want to say Mahomes. Um, the Bills gave the Chiefs uh the Bills gave the Chiefs their only loss. They got two, but we know that last one was
Right. Yeah, that was.
uh that last one don't really count. Uh,
They did. They did give us
that
all. So.
yeah, they lost to the Broncos, but that was the backups. The Bills did give the Chiefs their only loss. I think that was in Buffalo, was it?
Mm, I want to say it was.
Um,
Yeah. Oh yeah, I think it was. Yeah.
Yeah. This is an Arrowhead now. I'm going Bills. Like I said, I'm going Bills. Like they're the team I picked. Um, Even with my Steelers being in the playoffs, they're the team that I picked. I think it's gonna be different. I think the Josh Allen that we seeing now is a Josh Allen that is not really gonna turn the ball over or put the ball in harm's way. Which to me, like Lamar, was his biggest downfall as great as a player that he is, like he was turnover prone. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like really turnover prone. And Now, like as I was watching that game this past week, I'm like, he's not putting the ball in harm's way. He's taking check downs more than ever. And he's using his legs like he always has done, but he's using them now. You know what I'm saying? It's like he played a clean game. He's he's not the Josh Allen that I know, the one that was like, oh, well, I gotta be Superman, or I gotta do this, do that if we want to have a chance to win. I'm not seeing that. I'm just seeing him trust his teammates, trust the defense, trust the play calling. And he's really just managing the game right now. And I feel like that Josh Allen can actually beat Mahomes. Because when you play Mahomes, like you got to be perfect. I hate saying you got to play perfect because no one's perfect. But when you play the Chiefs, especially in Arrowhead, you got to play a perfect game. And I speaking of, I saw on I forget who where I saw that, but there was a stat. Last time the Chiefs and Bills play, you know how Spagnuolo, he's really, really good at getting those pressures, getting them sacks, whatever. I
Mhm.
think they said that the Chiefs they blitzed. They said that every time the Chiefs blitzed the Bills on that last game, they got no sacks off of it. But let me go ahead and check back my facts up. But I believe that was the case though, and I think that's the key to beating them. Like if you know they're gonna blitz, you know they're gonna blitz on third down, you know they're gonna bring these type of pressures to try to mess up your offensive line and get to the quarterback. To me, if you can handle that, you can beat them. You know what I'm saying? But let me go back and check that though.
How many times have Pat
Yeah,
Mahomes?
no sacks. Yeah, no sacks. Keep going.
Yeah, no sacks.
No sacks.
Okay. How many times have Pat Mahomes and Josh Allen went against each other in the playoffs?
This is four times now.
And how,
2021. Yeah, keep going.
and what's the record?
Forget the record.
No, I'm asking because he didn't had better teams in this playing against the Chiefs and lost. I'm not
But
saying
but
his team is not bad, but you're still coming into Arrowhead with that. You know what I'm saying? Like Josh Allen's been perfect. He's been good this year. I can't lie. He's been doing the okay. Go ahead.
is this the best Josh Allen you've ever seen?
No, yeah, I mean, yeah, it probably is. It
Keep
probably
going.
is.
Keep going.
But you still okay, and this is not the best Chiefs team we've seen, and they went 15-2.
Yeah.
This is not nowhere near the best Chiefs team we've had. They still have injuries. Like, imagine if Rasheed Rice was playing. Like, not saying and that's irrelevant, but imagine if they was playing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and they're back in this moment. Like, it's like to the point where they just have the system. They have a good system. Like, the team is built around just winning. They have winning traditions. Like, and if you have Pat Mahomes and Travis Kelce playing, I don't think there's nothing else you got to worry about. That's all I got to say. I'm sorry. I just got too much faith in Pat Mahomes. I've doubted him past 2 years already. When they played the Eagles, I doubted him. When they played the Chiefs last year, I mean, they played the 49ers last year, I doubted him. One year against the Bills, when I didn't think they was even going to have time to even come down the field and even try to score or try to get the field goal and end up making that possible.
Yeah.
So, it's
Yeah.
like it's hard for me to. I know Josh Allen is playing the best football. I know Josh Allen is good, but it's hard for me to really. And I know the Bills beat them in the regular season, but it's just hard for me to see that now. Like when they go in the AFC Championship game, I just don't see it.
Yeah. 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 I don't want him to get there, man. I don't. I'm not gonna be able to handle it. I'm not gonna be able to hear people sit here and say, Pat Mahomes, no one should be compared to him except for Tom Brady. And personally, I don't think he's better than Joe Montana yet. But
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I
it's
give him third, but I mean, I think like if he wins this one, it might be. That's what counts for another day. But if he wins this one, it could be second. But he has to get there first.
man, he got to get there, man. And Josh, I may be a minority, but I would love to see Jaden Daniels versus Josh Allen for the Super Bowl. I think that'd be a great game. I would love to see that. I don't think the Eagles are worthy because Jalen Hurts is not playing good. If he was playing the way he was playing in 2022, I would say the Eagles. I don't think he deserves to get there. And I think Jaden does. And I think Josh, based on how he's playing, deserves it more.
I don't know about that. I mean, okay, yeah, he's playing better. Okay, since he's playing better, yes, he has a better year. But I'm not gonna lie, like Pat Mahomes versus Jaden Daniels, like you got Jaden Daniels versus the best quarterback in the still. I'm sorry, but still considered best quarterback in the league. He beat. Imagine the Commanders beat them. That'd be
They
crazy.
wouldn't. They wouldn't. That's the thing. We know that. We know they wouldn't do that.
I mean, yeah, I personally don't think so, but I'm just saying in another dimension, like what if, like,
Yeah.
Commanders beating the Chiefs, that'd be crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? The first team that beat the Chiefs in the past couple years. But I see what you're saying. I just don't see the Bills winning. I'm sorry. I just can't see the Bills winning. In no shape, in no way, shape, or form.
We gonna see, man. We gonna see. Like I said, these games are Sunday. I really feel like if the Chiefs win, that you might as well just go ahead and give them the ring. Go ahead and give them the ring.
Oh yeah, you can say that too.
Yeah. But hey, that's all the time we have for the show today. We want to appreciate all of you guys for tuning in and watching us. Be sure to follow us on all platforms at the Game Winner Pod. We on TikTok, we on IG, we on Threads. We appreciate you guys so much for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next episode.
All right, see y'all. Y'all be safe.